We're glad you're along with us today. Spring is here in the Bluegrass. A lot of people are going to start doing work around the house. You may be looking for a contractor, but there are things you need to ask first before you hire someone.
Don't make a mistake, right? It could be costly. Home improvement expert Sean King is here with some tips for us. Good to have you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
So what are the mistakes people make when they choose a contractor?
Well, there's a ton of them, obviously, but we do find kind of 3 top mistakes that homeowners make when they choose the wrong contractor. Mistake number 1, with today's technology, you need to pre-screen your contractor. As soon as you get their contact info, jump online, check them out on review sites, Angie's List, BBB, Google, and Yelp, but pay special attention to how they handle and resolve any of their complaints. And critical, pay attention to the most recent reviews, not stuff from 3 or 4 years ago. Things may have changed at the company.
So know that they don't just come in and do something and
bounce. Correct. You want to read those reviews and make sure that you don't. Here's what you don't want to be. You don't want to be their next horror story online with that negative review. You want to try and avoid that.
Yeah. What else?
Mistake number 2, not getting everything in writing, and specifically an on-time finish guarantee. You want a written guarantee before the job starts on exactly how long it's going to take to complete. We've all heard the horror stories where the contractor says, don't worry about it, kitchen will be done in 2-3 weeks, tops. Oh, that's great. And then 5 months later, your kitchen's still not done, and you're outside washing your dishes with a garden hose. A woman outside of Boston, 83-year-old widow, a garden hose and a Coleman cooler was her kitchen. And he took the money and ran.
And living in the mess.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And money being very important is mistake number 3. This is the most common mistake we find when you hire the wrong contractor. You need to establish a payment schedule, but as the homeowner, it's up to you to stick to it. As soon as you get ahead on payments with your contractor, all bets are off. You've lost any control or leverage that you may have had, and he's now going to determine when or even if your project gets completed. If you've given him all the money, where's the incentive to come back?
No paying up front.
Right? Here's the key. You want to be involved in the process of payments. So if your contractor says, hey, look, I like half down before I start, and then another third when I start, and then I'll 10 or 15% at the end, say, I'm uncomfortable with that. I'll give you 5% down or 10% down and stage the payments. Here's the key. You need to withhold a minimum of 50% of the project cost until it's completed. If you do not, you've got no control over the process. This is your castle. You need to protect it.
Yeah, that's really good advice. It's in your blood. You have this.
It is. My company is 43 years old, and I am also 43 years old. My grandfather started the year I was born.
That's great.
And this is the book people need, The Ultimate Guide to Hiring the Right Contractor.
It's a bestseller, and it's available on Amazon.com.
And it was even a surprise to you. You didn't know that
that the information was needed. I wrote it for more of my local markets. Next thing you know, people buying it all over the country.
Yeah, and I'm sure you hear great stories, too, from people.
Some really neat stories and some really sad stories.
Sean, good to see you.
Hopefully it'll cut down on the sad ones.
Right? That's what we're here for.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And before we